Hello everyone, welcome back to the Gostak. I'm still trying to understand this alien universe that I'm wandering around in. I threatened at the end of the last episode to start this one with looking at some bulges, some hints. And that's still on the table, but I tried to think of some other things I could do first. And it still seems like this droke is the main source of new information that I have. Right, I've kind of used most of the verbs I know on most of the nouns in the area. And I've gotten the effects I'm going to get out of that. But there's some things I haven't talked to this guy about. Like, I don't think I've talked to him, I don't think I've dosed to him at all about any of the places in the area, any of the divs in the neighborhood. Maybe he'll just tell me something about the Samelin. Or, I also, oops. I assume, I can't just, distim. Oh, I've distimmed a droke. Because I remembered the Gostak distims the doshes. That's my mission, right? The clods are crowning up things, so I can't get in there to do that. But if I could find doshes, I would want to distim them. So that must be a verb, right? Apparently I can distim the droke. Can I distim like the Darftunder? Oh, the droke is pultive? Really? What is it you can do to pultive things? You can something them. Zank. You can zank him. I don't think I want to zank him. He might snib into the Brangie. But then I wouldn't have anyone to droach to. So, but okay. I mean, first of all, if I were to look at the droke again, he's distunned. He deeves Gerd the Loflut distimmed and doching at himself about how the drokes degomed the Morleon. So, I haven't talked to him about the Morleon either, have I? Do I have to say at? Can I do this? I don't remember. No, okay. Because of you, I can pell there again, and maybe even zank whatever's been glaking the drokes. So, yeah, zank we know is some kind of violence. Don't zank it yourself. That's a fesh of drokes. Like, it's the responsibility of drokes, but how can I interpret fesh to mean that sort of thing? I don't quite know. Fesh is like a subject, I guess. Sure, it is a subject of drokes. It is a thing for drokes to attend to. Who's been glaking stuff? Can I glake things? I can glake things. Well, I don't think I want to glake this guy. Have I written down anything about the word glake before? I think I may have seen it once as like glaking or something, but I don't remember actually writing anything down about it. Not 8. So apparently Duskets can glake. That must have been in the introductory sentence, right? Is that where that came from? Or the introductory paragraph where it tells you like what your job is? Let me go look that up in my... At the Delcot of Tandem, where Dasha's Div, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not there. Maybe it's in the description of the Delcot itself? If I were to go... Yeah, I don't want to... You can glake pultive things as well. Okay, so Poltiv is like alive, maybe. Maybe? Anyway, back to the Delcot. Yeah, the Duskot's glake. Okay, so I guess what we can say then... We can say that it is possible to glake a droke. So now we can say, we know that Duskets can glake, and they don't have to glake with a subject in mind. So this is another thing that's transitive and intransitive. Bitransitive? I don't know what the right word for that in English is. But also, something, probably not a Dusket, or this guy would have guessed it, can glake a droke. Okay. So we did learn something. Okay, also, the Morleon is capitalized. Right? But didn't I... When I looked at the Kerpel earlier, it's the Kerpel of a Morleon, and this is the Morleon. I mean, I think I've tried dirching the Kerpel, right? Yeah, not interesting. Can I zank it? No, it's not Poltiv. Most of the things I know how to do can only affect Poltiv things. Maybe he can tell me about Kerpels. Oh. Really? Pell at it, and you'll pell at the Morleon. So this might be what I've been looking for. A way to leave the 6 or 7 rooms that I know how to get to so far. Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you. Thank you for telling me this. So the Gostak, or anyone, but especially in particular the Gostak, can pell at a Kerpel. Okay. So I said I wanted to doge at this guy about some places. Like, tell me, you know, this place where you seem to live or just hang out. What's up with it? I've been in the Samolin ever since the Morleon was Toft. Okay. Can I Toft things? Gostak's distim, not Toft. Okay, noted. Can I Tim something? That's interesting. So I typed Tim here thinking it might be the distim is like the prefix dis applied to the verb Tim. And it seems as though that's the case. Because when I said I wanted to Toft something, it said you don't do that, you distim things. And then I said Tim, and it said the same thing. So, like, Toft and distim are... Sorry. Yeah. To Tim is the opposite of to... No. To Tim is roughly the same as to Toft. And so to distim is roughly the opposite of Toft. So what if I said I wanted to Toft something? That it does not appreciate. Can I untoth? Detoth? No. Alright. Oops. Alright, it doesn't like any of those. Okay, so you've been here ever since the Morleon was tothed. Which... This is about... Like, remember we discovered that all the other Drokes are over there doching at the Kabiks. About the Morleon being tothed, I think. Something being tothed, and I think it was the Morleon. So he showed up here, and the rest of them went to complain to the Kabiks. Or something like that. Okay, well, fine. Can you tell me maybe about the Delcot? It's over there. Yeah, fair enough. How about the Dosher? Have I already asked you about that? Yes, I've read this before. I can't doch why? Do you not know? Or, like... Because I can't say, well, I could mean I don't know. But it also could mean I'm not allowed to say. Huh. So Voral is like block or prevent or something. I have that in here already, I believe. Yeah, protect. Okay, that's fine. Can you tell me about the Gomway? It's a Jeremy Deeve, but not as Jeremy as the Morleon. So this is a second way I could have found out that it's possible, like that the Gomway is a place for moving, and I discovered at the beginning of this episode that it seems as though the Morleon is as well, and this is another way I could discover that. It seems. You know anything about Stykes? Before we tunted that Styke, the Pilters would gom the Delcot sometimes. Interesting. So, y'all put down the Styke. It's like a gate, right? And it's stopping the Pilters from entering the Delcot, because that's what to gom means. Huh. And they don't want the Pilters getting in. Okay. Fine. And he's distimmed. I mean, I guess I'll zank him. Like, just, you wouldn't zank a Droke. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, good. I agree. I don't want him zanked. I was going to use undo if he actually just died. But, I'm now in a position that I could do it if I had no morals, it seems. But as the Gostak, of course, I am the pinnacle of morality and ethics. Alright, well, let's head to the Delcot again. And can I just, like, head to the, Morleon, please? Are you sure? You haven't asked me if I'm sure of anything yet. I mean, I'm out of other stuff to do. Yeah, I want to pellet the top Kerple, I think. Da is no. Ball is yes. You're tofted and you can't reb. I see. Well, that's interesting. If I undo this... So, I can't see. Although, didn't I learn how to untoth something? I did that to, the Kabik... No, I like, colonist it or something. Okay, so let's try and undo here. We seem to have learned that Toft is the opposite of distim, and the one thing Gostaks do is they distim stuff. So maybe I should have distimmed the Kerpel first. Maybe that's something impulsive. We've seen the word Tavid somewhere before. I don't remember where. The 10th glod is the Gopus. It's the longest one. It deaves, which is like it is placed near the east door. 6 units of Genth? All Das and Tavid. Yeah. Can't distim that, of course. Well... yeah, it had a Calbus, but... and that was what I removed by, like, doing something to it. But I don't think I've dealt with something that's Toft before. I've already, in this place, tried dirching my Shamtag. They Pel Deeve? Does Deeve just... I don't understand Deeve. It's like place. Or exit? Like they Pel for the exit? Have I asked this guy about my Shamtag? I don't think I have. Don't dirch that thing in the Samelin. I did that earlier. And it caused you to become distimmed. So I can understand why he didn't want that. Can you tell me anything about warbs? That's for the Gitches. Ever tunked the Doral? Gitches don't deeve there. No warbs, that's why. Yeah, I would love to Pel at the Doral someday. There's all kinds of exciting stuff happening at the Doral. And there's no Gitches. What's not to stam, right? But I need to learn how to untoff the Morleon, it would seem. Okay, show me the Kerpel again. It's a Kerpel of a Morleon. that's just the place I am. Actually, I never asked you. What do you think about Tondom? Well, there's a Delcott and a Morleon. Until the Gamda topped the Morleon, there were Drogs. It seems we're in agreement that that's pretty much all there is in Tondom. So I have to get into the Morleon. And, like, maybe I am supposed to get in there while it's all toughed up, even though it makes me unable to reb. But the warning prompt and the fact that I have no clear idea of how to rescue myself suggests that's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to untoft it first. But I don't know what causes toffing. Toffage is my fish, but I don't know how to do anything about it. I distim. He's already distimmed. I've distimmed a warb? A Lurpid Warb of the Brangy, now distimmed. Yeah, Lello. See, I still think Lello means closed. Can I make the Morleon Pultive so I can distim it? It seems like that's what it would mean to untoff it. I mean, I can pop the warb at the Morleon, I guess. Feshless. Senseless. Just a dumb thing to do. I think I could Zank my warb if I wanted. Yeah, there you go. It moves right into the Brangy. And eventually a new one will appear, and that's fine. I can pick it up. What's the word for waiting again? I could open up the Jowlin, but I don't want to reset my whole scrollback buffer. And I believe I have this written down. Zancha. There's my warp. Great. So first of all, I can't Zank this, right? I can, even though it was not distimmed yet. I can still Zank it. Okay, interesting. Yeah, give me the warp again. Actually, it's implying I might want to distim the Duskets, but they're not here. Interesting. Wait, isn't Vold? No, Vorl is protect. Vold is like... Do I have that word? Sorry, you can't actually see all this. It says the gods... The Gamda must have volded them. Do I have the word fold? I don't. Ooh. So the one thing I know about volding is that when my Shamtag floams, it volds the Gitches. So that's like scares or something, maybe. We know that a Gamda can vold a Discat. And we think that to vold is to scare. Okay. Did I ever ask this guy about Deskets? I don't think I did. Can't doach anything at you about those. I think I already asked him about Gitches, yeah. Delcot's marched with them. I don't think I know a way to make something pultive. Well, let's just save here. And I'm gonna go ahead and pellet the purple. Oh, I gotta go back to the Jyloff first. The Delcot. Yes is ball. Yep. Distim myself. Oh. Okay, great. I was just afraid to do that. I thought I would have to distim the Morleon, but I can pellet first, get all tothed up, and then distim myself. Great. Okay, so that's nice. Now I'm in the Morleon. Tofthage is like goop or slime. I was all slimed up. This is the Morleon with Droke's contail, or did until it was toffed. The Fosk and the Lutz are all of pided Sindish. Okay, so Fosk, this is... Oh, sorry, we don't need to see this right now. I've had a suspicion and entered in my dictionary that Fosk is something like floor. And now it's saying, okay, and a Lut is like a wall, maybe? Because a Lut is not just it's not a door, we've determined. There's lots of places where there's no door that you can go through, but like the Lut still exists. So I guess the Lut is a wall, maybe, more than it is a direction. So the floor and walls are all of pided Sindish. What? Foston is in the Jyloff Lut. A Dusket, Beckles, Kerf and Jerf. Across the Brangy. So it's not doing the same thing that the Gitches do. It's not Friken. in the Brangie, right? Like, it's maybe like the Gitches were maybe, I forget if they were friking in the Brangie or I think they were friking out of it. So I decided that was actually more like jump than swim. Is that what's in the dictionary? Definition where I have jump, yeah. So the Duskets beckle, and that is not through the Brangie but across it. So they're floating or swimming on it. Okay, time to write down some new words. This is very exciting stuff. Let me get my windows arranged properly. Here we go. So, to contail might be to gather, but who knows? It's not just to deave. They don't just deave here, they contail here. Interesting. Actually, I guess I want to insert some stuff into SVOO. We know that a droke can contail, and in particular, they do so at the Morleon, in fact. Maybe I could write deave here. Maybe they could contail any old deave, but in particular, they definitely contail at the Morleon. And pited Sindish. So Sindish is a noun of some kind. Pited is an adjective. Who knows? A Foston. I don't think we've seen the word Foston at all yet. Or maybe I... It sounds like I've seen it once, but I don't think it... Well, is it in my SVOO? I don't think it would be, right? If so, it would be... As it... Oh! I knew I'd seen that word somewhere. So Drokes pobbed a reg'lar in the Foston. Okay. And that's this Foston, presumably. Okay, so back into my SVOO thing. We know that a Duscat can beckle a direction across Brangie. I can't go Kerf and Jerf, can I? Because there's Brangie in the way? Oh. Trying to go Kerf from the Morleon, just looking back to the Delcot. Sorry, not to go Kerf, but to pel Kerf, of course. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I assumed I would be all tossed up again, and this would be distimming myself. But no, I distimmed the Dusket. All right. Anyone else want distimming? No. I mean, I'm the Gostak. I distim stuff pretty much on reflex. It took me 3 hours and a half to start distimming things, but now that I've started, I just can't stop. Foston, you want to get distimmed? No, it's not pultive enough. Sure. Okay. Well, there's a Foston over in the Dyloft direction. Can I we look at the Dusket? I'd like to tunk it anyway. It's hardly Gope, so it's not long. But it could glake you still. Glaking isn't glake a violent act? Not as violent maybe as Xanfing something or whatever, Zanking something. But it could glake me. Cause there was some other thing that we thought might have glaked the the Drokes or something maybe? Or the Duskets? I don't remember exactly. Can I glake things? Oh! I wanted you to... Okay. I wanted you to ask me what I should glake to see if it was even a legal verb. But I have killed... So Zank is kill. It is the supremely violent action. I think. Well, let's undo this. And we can now update the dictionary on Zanking. I don't have anything there. I knew it was violent, but I guess I didn't say it at any point. Zank is kill. And to glake is some kind of attack? Because I said I was going to glake it. And it glaked me, and as a result, I was zanked. Fine. Also, I noticed it's tandrier than me, so that's interesting. You know, Tandri is like, maybe it's strong or big or just generically powerful. So maybe if I had left it Toft, I could have zanked it. I don't know. But I don't think I want to. Actually, wait a minute. Even untoft, it's tandrier than me. Suggesting that it would be even tandrier if it were toft? So for me, being toft was... an ailment, there's a better word for that. An imposition, a hindrance. None of those are quite the word I'm looking for. But they're all fine. Whereas somehow this Duskat would be even tandrier if it were toft. Or maybe they mean me. Even with me on Toft, it's tandrier than me. I'm not sure. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, nothing interesting about the Brangie in here besides the Brangie and the Delcott. Oh, I meant this. Nothing interesting. Have I already, Oh. Wait a minute. The Brangie is a LUT? You can't do that. That's strange. Let's say I go back out. So nothing here even mentions Brangie at all. Right? But it's there, right? I think. Like, as I pellet whatever, it's like, that's not here. But here, there is a Brangie. A Brangie is a real thing. Can't tell me anything about it, though. So, but like... Is there a Brangie on the Gamai, you think? Yeah, it's there. So the Brangie is kind of omnipresent. It might be something like the ceiling, and these fish I've been imagining had actually been swimming over my head in some sort of ceiling water. Or they might be swimming around in the floor. I don't know. But it seems as though Brangie is omnipresent in the same way that all the other directions are omnipresent. Right? Because when I say Brangie, it says you can't go that way. It doesn't say that's not a meaningful command. It's the same thing as if I say kerf here. Can't go that way. So Brangie is a LUT. But it's not one of the 8 cardinal or semi-cardinal LUTs. And the Fosk is another one, right? Yeah. So, I think Brangie and Fosk are the ceiling and the floor. Interesting. Well, wait a minute. If Duskets are just regularly... Sorry. Well, I guess before I hide the dictionary, let's go add my new understandings of Brangie as ceiling. Actually... I can put it into direction. I don't get a chance to do that very often. As you can see, I have some conflicting ideas about Brangie, but they could both be right. Could be sealing water in this alien universe, you know? Alright. So, the Duskets glake here. They don't just glake like... So we learned that glake is an act of violence. So the Delcot, I mean, is sort of a dangerous place, I guess. There are glitches, friking, and Duskets glaking. Did I say glitches? They're gitches. Did I say purple? Is that? No, that's not a verb. So that you actually do have to pell at. It's not a direction. It's just a thing, which if you walk into it, you go somewhere new. I don't think I also have written down what neural means yet, right? Yeah. I guess I should record the Scott's neural in general. So what are all the things that Duskats do? They glake, they beckle in directions, and they knurl. And if you try to glake them, they zank you. Sure. Well, they glake you back, which results in you being zanked, I guess. Okay. I mean, it still could be that the Fosk is the ceiling. Right? Maybe the apples in the, or whatever they were, the morples. I don't remember. Fruit, things that I decided are basically fruit. Maybe those were on the ceiling, not the floor. And they weren't stuck, they were out of reach. Maybe. But it's going to be hard to tell up from down until I see some evidence of some more information. All right, well, so I tried going Kerf and it takes me out. If I go Jerf, I can't. So Kerf of here is the Delcot. Jerf of here is nothing. But the Duskat goes Kerf and Jerf. So, like, that's interesting. I don't know what to make of that. Can I knurl? I can knurl. The Duskat knurls more podly for a camling. Doopidor. Is it Dunmile? I mean, you could imagine Dunmile might be friendly. It could be docile. Okay, well, I guess we can add one more thing in here. Gostak can also knurl. What are the things that Gostak can do these days? Any I've forgotten? I can zank pultive things. I can also glake them, I should say, I suppose. Oh, I forgot about scobbing. Have I succeeded in scobbing anything? Was that how I removed the wrapping around one of the glods? I don't remember. I think it might have been. Could dirge my Shamtag here. I don't know if the Duskat would like that. Well, I mean, let's give it a try. Dirge Shamtag. The Duskat beckles and pells Deeve. So it runs away? No. It's still here. Okay, well let's make some more notes about what happens when we knurl, shall we? Or what happened when we knurled. What else did I learn? The Duskat can knurl podly. Pod might be like loud? Or intelligible? Door. I don't know what that means. And my adjectives have a noun and an adjective. So we know... We don't know whether this musket is done while. But because the character is asking the question, it must be possible that it could be done while. Oh, I see. I don't think the Duskat, like, reacted to me dirching the sham tag at all. I think it's just Beckling and Pelling Div, like, regularly. And it continued to do that in response to this floaming, maybe? Alright, well, we probably want to go Jyloff to check out the Foston, I suppose. Have I already tunked it? And I'm going to have to go to it. This is the Foston of the Morleon. The Foston is far too doubly for the Morleon, but then that's why it's a Foston. You can reb the Morleon from here. You can reb here a regular and a chalm. I don't know what a chalm is, I don't think. No. And I don't know what a regular is either. Have I seen either of these appear in verbs? In... These don't seem like the kinds of things that act. Aha, yeah, we have seen. So the Drokes are the ones who popped this regular here. Okay, I knew I'd seen that word somewhere, or a word like it. I don't remember why, but I could maybe go doge at my good friend the Droke about this. Well, I mean, I could pick it up, but it could be dangerous. There's nothing heamy about it. It's just a regular. Okay, and the chalm? There's a musny on the chalm, no gasking. So musny is like an inscription? Or a label of some kind. No gasking. I mean, I don't think I know anything about gasking, do I? Never heard of anything gasking anything. Yeah, that's very interesting. Well, I probably shouldn't gask this chalm. There's a sign right there. The one thing I know about gasking is that you should not do it to the chalm. And if you just type a verb here with no subject, it doesn't ask what you want the subject or the object to be. If there's only one, it just says, well, that must be the thing you want to do the verb to. All right, well, can I ever ask the regular at least? I can. Sure, yes. The whole area I am is the Foston. Okay, but can I also see the Morleon, please? Fine. It's the Foston. is maybe like an entryway? An antechamber? Oh, wait. Morleon is where I was before. I went to the faucet and now I'm going back. I thought I was moving deeper in. But no, I'm just going back to where I was. Okay. I mean... It's showing me the whole room when I ask about the Sindish, huh? Interesting. Okay. Well, let's leave and without trying to gask anything. You can gask things. All right, let's put that in the dictionary. The Gostak can gask something, but I don't know what. And it could be dangerous? What do I want to gask? I mean, let's gask the Cobic. I just thought it would be fun to gask something. But I've been wanting to make this Cobic Glod blind, and apparently you do that by gasking. And blighted Deeves. It's Skirm, it's Krend, but Blide, and without a Calbus. But still matched with Posca. Oh, fuck you. So I still can't Zank it? Or is that what you would do with these? I don't remember. I think Zank. No. It disgasks? Okay. But... Okay. So this is very interesting. So, alright. Can I do this to, like... Can I gask the... Gaskable one? Does that do anything? You gask until it's blind, but it disgasks. Okay. And what was the other one? The one with the Rogler, please. Yeah, so it disgasks. But this one, the Cobic one, becomes Blide. Okay, fine. So I need to unmatch it with Posca, and then it'll snib right into the Brangie, I think. Maybe I think Rosk might be ceiling, actually. Brangie is floor. I mean, I guess we can do this to Glods, that's for sure. Maybe other things, so I'll leave unknown in there. What if I want to gask or Gitch? No, it's too pultive. Okay. So maybe that's what I should do. Update, well, how would I should write anyway? Update SVOO set direct equal pultive. Unpultive. Where verb is gask and direct is. So now I know more specifically that you can only gask unpultive things. Yeah, unpultive things, in particular glods. All right. Well, now warp back. Still nothing heaty about this? Yeah. Could this guy tell me about my regular? So you asked it. Could you Fargish it at me after you've regled the Rogler? The Rogler. Okay. Well, that's exciting. Because we now know that the Gostak can regle a Rogler. And presumably we need this Regler to do that. And I know where there's a Rogler. It's on one of those glods. And we also know that Gostak can Fargish a Regler at a Droke. So Fargish is something like give. Droke. We have something like a word that I thought meant give already. All right. Well, that's some exciting progress. It's been an hour. I'm going to call it here so that we can at least start tomorrow with something exciting. We'll have a bit of a cliffhanger today because I'm gonna go Ronald the Regler on that glod with Regler, right? And hopefully that'll uncredit maybe even if I'm really lucky. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.